Part of being a YouTube creator is interacting with your audience, and I like to do that via comments, trolls and all. Let's see what some of you have had to say recently. Stuart Monti Jr. commented, "Boy, did I fall for the clickbait. I was thinking the guitars chosen for this list would be backed by facts and industry standards of some sort. Turns out at least a quarter of the guitars on this list were chosen by opinion on looks alone, parentheses, shape, comma, finish." How do you quantify worst guitars ever? Is there like some official guitar encyclopedia somewhere that actually has everything ranked? Some that I don't know about? I mean, if that were the case, I would have just opened it up and gone straight to the bottom and picked the last 8. I mean, of course, these are opinions. These are my opinions. You don't agree with them, fine. But but the video that you clicked on was entitled "Top 8 Worst Production Guitars Ever." What did you think you were gonna see? MeMonk11 commented, "Top 8 worst video about bad guitars." Okay, if you say so. I'd be honest with you, I don't really know that many videos out there other than mine, but thanks. Not Penny's Boat commented, "I feel like your videos could do with a voiceover rather than a live take. You stumble a lot and it seems very unprofessional. I love your videos though, just a pet peeve." Well, let me address this because I get comments about this all the time. And the truth is I speak with a bit of a stammer in my regular speech, and that tends to come out very, very strongly on camera, particularly when I'm trying to discuss a particular topic. And I've been told by medical professionals it's because my brain operates a lot faster than my mouth, and sometimes I have to stop and let my brain and my body catch up with each other. Anyway, it's something I have learned to live with throughout my life, and fortunately, the only person that doesn't seem to bother is me. So it's not like my speech or lack thereof is causing anybody any harm or anything, but people comment about it all the time like it's something I'm doing on purpose. But when you watch a lot of my videos, that's also the reason why there's also a lot of edits, because sometimes I have to pause and again catch up with myself and get back on track. So that's the reason for that. I included this particular one because viewer name, username, screen name, whatever YouTube calls them, not Penny's Boat, actually took a lot of heat for that particular comment, and I personally didn't feel that he was being he was being out of line or insulting or anything like that. It was just a valid criticism. Supernatural one commented, "Play them as well as talk about them." Well, this video was about the top 7 worst pedals ever. These are pedals that that in my opinion, that I gave my opinions on, that I hate. What possibly would make you think that I own any of these pedals? Or much less am going to go out and spend a bunch of my own money to buy a bunch of pedals that I hate just to demo them and show you why I hate them. Why is me saying that I hate these pedals not enough for you? I don't get it. One guy actually commented on that same video and said that he started to say the same thing, and then it occurred to him that I probably dumped them all a long time ago. You, sir, are correct. Stephen Nance commented, "I'll gladly take the Zvex off your hands. I suggest maybe learning how to use a pedal before talking on it." Oh boy. No, I think I'm going to start an entirely different channel dedicated specifically to YouTube trolls. I know I fully aware of how to use the pedal, and how to dial the knobs and dial everything in, and how it actually operates. I mean, I've done this a time or two, so I am fully aware. The problem is I still hate it. Therefore, I will say what I want to about it because I still hate it. So even if it is your favorite beloved fuzz pedal, yes, I hate the Fuzz Factory. That ain't changing. Music_360 commented, I agree on the Zvex Fuzz. I return mine because of that noise. If you people want to think you have a great pedal with personality to justify that you just paid $199 for that pedal, whatever makes you feel happy. Sorry, but my opinion is it is not worth the price, and all the feedback in it is pointless. Not the worst pedal ever, just not worth the price. You, sir, get it. Craig Damage commented, Fuzz Factory is quote-unquote unusable if you're a really boring loser with zero imagination who listens to Dave Matthews. Also, 50s sci-fi movie sounded awesome as you homeless Buddha-looking. Okay, let's start with Dave Matthews, who is a world-class musician. No, I'm not a Dave Matthews fan. But I cannot deny the fact that Dave Matthews is a world-class musician and attract legions of fans all around the world. And, let's face it, the dude's pretty good at what he does, whether you like him or not. And I don't understand how listening to Dave Matthews would make me have zero imagination. Even if I did, even if I was a big Dave Matthews guy, how that would make me have zero imagination. 50 sci-fi movies sounded awesome. Okay, sure, whatever, knock yourself out. You homeless Buddha looking. Okay, well, homeless, the room that this video and the video that you commented on are actually being filmed inside my own home that I actually own and pay a mortgage on. So where that came from, I don't know, but, and Buddha looking, I admit it, I got a little Buddha going on here, but, also because I'm able to, and I have good credit and I can qualify for a loan and actually, buy food and stuff. My life's actually pretty happy, so. Hey, tell me, do you have a mortgage, or are you one of those broke musicians that could only dream of owning your own home because your credit's so bad you probably don't have a prayer of ever being able to get a loan? Colin Hudson commented, absolutely pointless to bang on about worse guitars / pedals. Do something constructive, positive, informative. Complete waste of time. Well, Mr. Colin Hudson, I am going to let Jared Cook, who replied to your comment, I'm going to let his response do the talking for me. Found the reverse V owner. Allyn Rahl commented, you're an asshole. Thanks. I admit it. Here, in fact, I'll prove it to you. The Walton family are like of Walmart fame are like the wealthiest family in the country, and they contribute a lot of money and a lot of funding to political campaigns. You know what? I think if they really cared about what was best for the people, they would take those same funds and invest them back into their own stores by building all of us an observation deck in every single one of their stores around the country. Preferably with a full-service bar and restaurant. Ned Hall commented, hey, what's your favorite pair of clown shoes? Thanks. I don't even know what to do with that. I'm actually a little concerned that somebody would comment something like that on a guitar video. Fast FXR commented, the MetalMuff is one of the best sounding crunch distortion pedals out there. I just happened to stumble onto one of these on CL, which I'm assuming is Craigslist, and I'm officially done looking for distortion pedals. Fark, quote, to each his own, unquote. You bashing the MetalMuff makes the rest of your commentary garbage. Okay, well, I have actually owned that pedal twice in my life. One of those times was for a number of years, and I tried that pedal through every amp that I owned throughout that period of time, and it sounded like complete garbage through every single one of them, especially with the boost engaged. Yeah, I hate it. So what if I hate it? Why are you so butthurt about it? You know what? Somebody commented on that same thread right around the same time that they run their MetalMuff into their Digitech RP200. Was that you? Sam Forbes commented, "The Fuzz Factory requires some knowledge about the pedal before using it. If you take 20 minutes to figure out how to tame it, you'll find that it's the most versatile fuzz on the planet. Don't publicize opinions on things you don't understand." Well, first of all, this is my YouTube channel and this is my opinion. I will publicize whatever opinion I feel like, even if that does include your beloved Fuzz Factory pedal. So, you know, we're just going to have to learn to deal with that. Oh, and one other thing, in that video that everybody's all been out of shape about my Fuzz Factory opinion, why does everybody seem to overlook the fact that right as I was talking about that, I also mentioned that I typically hate fuzz pedals in general. Why is everybody so bent out of shape? Crazy Nuts with Threesies commented, "You did not include the metal zone, therefore I cannot take this seriously." Smiley face. You know, the reason why I didn't include is, you know, I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm actually not a metal zone hater. And I'll tell you why. There are a couple of reasons. I actually bought that pedal brand new in 1991, I think, whatever year it was that it came out. I think it was 91 or 92. And I still have that very pedal right over there on my shelf. And, you know, when I was a 14-year-old kid, that was the heaviest, most awesome distortion that I'd ever heard. And of course, I, you know, was a 14-year-old kid that didn't have a tuned ear and didn't know any better. But, you know, like I said, it was the heaviest distortion that I had ever heard, and that's what we were all looking for back then. It was the heaviest distortion we could find. And, you know, not only did I have it, but everybody that, you know, all the other guitar player guys that I was going to high school with, they all had one, and we all, you know, that's what we all used. That was our distortion. You know, a lot of those guys will never admit it nowadays, but I will. You know, that was my distortion for a number of years. So I learned to love it. You know, now that I'm older and more experienced, no, that pedal is never ever going to see the light of day on my pedal board ever again. That said, you know, I still cannot forget about, you know, it did bring me a lot of enjoyment when I was, you know, when I was a kid, and I will never deny that or discredit it. One thing that I did discover recently about that pedal is that if you actually run it as a preamp rather than a distortion pedal, and what I mean by that is rather than running it through the front end of the amp like you normally would, you run it into the return port of the effects loop. And what that does is that actually bypasses the amp's preamp, and you're running it, you know, the pedal takes the place of the preamp and running it straight into the power amp. It actually sounds pretty good. And I actually did a video on that a while back that, you know, even I was surprised. And not only did I do that, but, you know, my good friend Russell Wells from Riffs and Chugs TV also, he actually he did the same video, and actually his came first. You know, and he did his running his through a full DAW production. I you know, that inspired me to do mine. That I just wanted to see what it would sound like without running it through DAW, just going straight up. Which, as I mentioned, I was very, very surprised and very pleased actually with the results. And it was actually that discovery that that's how Russell and I became friends. So, you know, the Metal Zone, you know, despite its tone, no, it's not going to be for pro players or any of that stuff. But, you know, as much as people bash it, you know, that pedal has brought a lot of good things to me in my life. This from Jack Mustang Cat. So, I'm starting to dig your negativity to gear videos. No one else is doing it. I'm not a fan of the reverse V either. I like regular Vs way better. Are you going to do one about amps you feel are rubbish? Looking forward to it. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you know, it wasn't this, you know, this series of videos didn't necessarily come about as you know, me trying to come up with an original idea or anything. It was just a wacky idea that I had, and I sat down and started writing out a list of, you know, pedals that I hate, and you know, here we are. And you know, it's you know, they've actually been pretty successful for my channel thus far. To answer your question though, am I going to do one on amps? Yeah, most likely. You know, I've got some ideas turning here in the old hamster wheel regarding that. So you'll probably see one on amps here in the fairly near future, and you know, maybe one on basses, maybe one on you know, custom shop guitars. You know, there's I've got some ideas cooking, but you know, want to make sure that, you know, like with the guitar list, you know, that one I spent a fair amount of time compiling that. So, you know, want to make sure and get I don't want to say get it right, because I'm, you know, it's inevitable I'm going to piss somebody off with it, but you know, but I do want to make sure and make sure that it fits me, you know, and it's going to be something people enjoy. So, you know, believe it or not, I actually do try to interact and put up some kind of response for just about every comment that I get. Sometimes you know, I've got just enough time to pull it up, read it real quick, and hit the like or dislike button right below it. But you know, I do try to interact with you know, with just about everybody that takes the time to not only watch my videos, but you know, takes an extra couple moments to leave a comment and tell me what they thought, or you know, or say something goofy, or you know, insult me. You know, some of you just want to insult me for being bald or whatever it may be, and that's, you know, that's all okay. That's all okay. So, you know, I actually I do enjoy it, and you know, and I admit I actually sometimes do enjoy trolling back, you know, when the opportunity presents itself. So, but it does mean a lot that, you know, people are actually getting engaged with me and my content. So, that being said, please leave a comment down below regarding your thoughts on this video or any of my other videos. You know, it really does mean a lot to me. I will post the links to the videos in which these comments were left down in the description, as well as any other links that I can think of to put down there that might pertain to said topic. As always, please don't hesitate, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. You know what? There are tons of young people out there that want to get involved in music and do not have the means to do so. If you are watching this video, most likely you're a musician, and many experienced musicians have tons of broken and unwanted gear lying around that they're not doing anything with. Please visit my friends at Share the Music on Facebook at the link below and learn how you and your unwanted gear can help change somebody's life.